How's it going, everyone? You're watching Newegg TV, and welcome to another excellent episode of Yolk'd. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Paul, and today, man, is it cold outside.
Yes, it is freezing, Paul.
Well, it's not quite freezing. It's almost freezing, but that's almost like it's freezing, depending where you live. We're in Southern California. We've had highs in the 50s.
It could almost snow if it got colder.
Yeah, it's been so cold that if we used the metric system, it would almost be freezing.
That is true.
I actually had to wear two t-shirts today.
I had to wear both socks. It was unreal. And then I'm starting to see these things in the sky. They're kind of puffy, rain falls from them. Clouds! Clouds. I saw clouds the other day. I see them so infrequently.
Truly, we are on the cusp of the Armageddon.
One of the most talked about stories this week has to do with the delivery drones that Amazon announced it plans to have available as a new shipping option by 2015, pending FFA approval. Coined Amazon Air, the service would allow for customers that live within a close proximity of Amazon distribution warehouses to receive their small purchases, less than 15 pounds, by air drone in a speedy 30 minutes. Naturally, this revelation also sparked a lot of skepticism and backlash. What about airspace regulations, interference by birds or other natural occurrences? But most importantly, what's to stop people from spotting the drones carrying their tantalizing orange boxes and shooting them down to take for themselves? In his 60 Minutes interview, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos didn't seem at all nervous about the project, waiting until the last moment to reveal their new delivery scheme. Competitors seemed less than enthused, such as eBay CEO John Donohue, who said that they were less focused on fantasies and more concerned with what they can do today. Ouch. Shots fired. Well, here at Newegg, we are not to be outdone. We've been working on a quirky, futuristic delivery method of our own. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I announce our brand new RoboMail, delivered to you by your friendly neighborhood robot, RoboMe. A Radeon HD 4850? Is this an ATI card? I ordered this like 5 years ago!
Though a picture may be worth 1,000 words, it might not help you remember all of them. In a recent psychological study, participants were given a guided tour of an art museum and asked to take pictures of some of the paintings. The study's result found that if the participants took a photo of the piece as a whole, they remembered fewer details about it and where each piece was located in the museum than if they had simply walked through without taking photographs. This suggests that when you simply experience something through a camera's memory instead of your own memory, then you're less likely to remember it. This might lead us to ask all kinds of questions. For instance, is there an obvious solution to the obesity problem that's plaguing our nation? Maybe the answer is simple. If we continue encouraging people to take poorly lit, off-center photographs of their food, perhaps they'll forget what the food tasted like, or that they even ate it all. By obsessively documenting every aspect of our life, we might actually be erasing all of those memories at the same time. Given all this information, I can't help but want to take a selfie to commemorate the day I learned about the horrors of taking pictures of things.
Did it work?
Who are you?
With so many news stories emerging about how technology is fueling obsessive tendencies and privacy invasions, it's nice to find a story where simple technological innovations are helping to transform people's lives at the very basic level. In very rural parts of Kenya, there are many communities that don't have access to good paved roads, much less reliable electricity. They rely on kerosene lamps for light, which can be very expensive to fuel due to how remote these places are. Deliveries are few and far between, causing goods and commodities to shoot up in price. However, a subsidiary of the charity Solar Aid called Sunny Money is looking to change that. It has a line of cost-effective solar lamps called D-Lights that run for just $8 US each. Still a pretty big cost to villagers whose monthly income is just $34 US. However, that initial high cost has already paid off for a school nursery teacher in a rural village an hour's drive from the nearest paved road. She bought 3 of them when Solar Aid made a stop there, and she's already seeing the benefits by not having to pay 40% of her income to keep her kerosene lamp lit. She can stay up later, study more, and work towards a degree that will help her get a promotion. Student scores have shot up with the extra time they can take to study homework. I think we often take for granted how something so simple can make a huge difference. With more hours in the day, more villagers are starting to take notice, and the solar lamps are becoming a hit. With more time to stay educated, here's hoping that this simple, reliable light source will continue to better the lives of rural communities in Africa and other parts of the world.
Hi everyone! Hope you're staying warm this holiday season. Today I'll be going over the holiday wishlist photo contest that is hosted on our Facebook page. You can find details about this contest on www.newegg.com/dearnewegg, just like Dear Santa. Here are the guidelines. First, take a photo of your Newegg wish list or shopping cart. A single screenshot is just fine. Then upload the photo to the entry form with the hashtag #DearNewegg. This can be an image from Facebook, Instagram, or your PC. Lastly, write a brief description, 75 words or less, of why you deserve to win, so you gotta make every word count. The prizes are absolutely eye-popping. The first prize winner receives a whopping $10,000 Newegg gift card to buy whatever they wish to their heart's content. You could probably build 4 high-end systems. Oh, that would be so nice. And the second prize winner will get a hefty $5,000 Newegg gift card. Think of the possibilities. I mean, you can buy so many things with that. Finally, the third prize winner will get their hands on a $1,000 Newegg gift card. I would love to be any of those 3 winners. This year, I want Santa to fill my stocking with a 4770K processor and GTX 780 video card. Yep. I hope you enjoyed this announcement and will log on to Facebook to submit your entries as soon as this segment ends, or maybe even sooner. Good luck, beloved techies. Now for some Take My Money with Steve.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Take My Money. In this particular edition, we're covering the RoboMe, which if you guys don't already know about it, you can click in the link below and watch the video that we've already recorded. But besides that, I want to show off some of the customizations I've done on this particular RoboMe. I've dubbed it the Joanne edition. So let me just interact with her.
Ow, my eyes, Steve. Whoa, lay off.
It's actually exactly what Joanne would do if I were to touch her face in that exact same manner. But besides that, Joanne, anything going on for you these holidays? You know, any plans or anything?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, everybody has plans for holidays. You've got to do something. I mean, anything in mind?
Bow chicken wow wow.
Joanne, that is totally uncalled for. You can't do that on Newegg TV. You better just calm down a little bit.
So what do you want for Christmas, Steve?
I was thinking maybe an NVIDIA Shield, you know, get away from my desk, play a couple games on the couch. Should be pretty fun.
Ah! Seriously, stop touching me!
Oh, and one more thing actually. There's a special promo code going on for this particular RoboMe. It should be showing up somewhere around here, somewhere, anywhere. Anyways, just use that promo code at newegg.com to get a special deal on the RoboMe.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another great episode of Q&Egg. After our last episode of Yolk'd, you all answered our call to put in some really awesome questions into the Q&Egg comment section, and really appreciate that. So why don't we get right into it? The first question comes from Michael Hunter, and he asks, Kyle, who styles your hair?
You do. Every morning,
Right.
in my bathroom.
What sort of product do you use?
So I can't tell you that information.
Oh, okay.
It's top secret. It's really good stuff. It's from Colombia.
Well, the fans want to know, Kyle.
It's Colombian product.
Oh.
Only the best on Kyle's
Only
hair.
the best for my head.
We also had a bunch of people seem very, very curious about how we all ended up working here at Newegg TV. And so Random writes in, I'm just curious as to what you majored in to get where you are now. Corey, who is one of our big fans, and he comments on every episode of Yolk'd, so I definitely want to answer one of his questions, and he asked, what are everyone's credentials, educations, or previous jobs? So
That first question, where I think he's just asking what major we majored in, so that he doesn't do that
yeah.
to end up where we are. So it's like, all right, tell me what not to major in.
So why don't we just, each of us will start with, what did we major in college? Paul?
I majored in cinema, so I was a film major. I was not a very good college student, so I can't say that that was directly led me here or anything like that, but it does let me use words like mise en scène and stuff like that.
I majored in multimedia production management, which is a great major if you don't really know what you want to do, because it's multimedia. It's hardly a major.
I majored in theater, in cinematography, and administrative assisting. I completed my bachelor's degree in English, and then I did a graduate degree, which is an MBA with a specialization in organizational leadership.
Wow. That's impressive. I didn't graduate either, I should mention that.
What led us all here was kind of just happenstance, and none of us really set out on a mission to work for Newegg, except for Steve.
Why
Steve?
do you say that?
Steve's behind the camera right now. Steve's story is really cool. He's probably like the most interesting story of how he started at Newegg.
Steve came to Newegg as a reviewer. He actually won an Aggie in 2011 for the most prolific reviewer, and he met these guys at PAX East.
At Vegas.
Oh,
you mean
the first
second?
time.
No, the first time was
First
at
time?
Vegas.
First time was Vegas.
Was in Vegas,
Yeah.
where
Right.
he received the Aggies Award.
Uh-huh.
And we were like, this guy's pretty cool. And then we saw him again a couple months down the line at PAX East. That was the second time we saw him, and he started like producing for us. Like he started reaching out. He got us an interview with Felicia Day, and we're like, this guy's really cool.
Yeah,
And then,
Steve has this innate gift to charm the pants off of anyone ever.
I love you, Steve.
We love you, Steve.
I appreciate your value that you've added and incorporated to this company. If you could get me a coffee, cream and sugar.
Right away, sir. Also, that is why everyone here at Newegg wears 2 pairs of pants.
All right, our last question comes from Cheddar Ches, and he would like to know what we all would like to receive in our stocking this year.
Our stocking?
I would like my stocking filled with fun and a GT 5533R Garrett Turbo.
I would like my stocking to be discreet and from a distance. Oh,
I get it.
sorry.
I see what you did there.
Sorry.
In my stocking, I want all of Chez's bitcoins that he's been mining.
Well, we hope everybody here has a great holiday season, and please catch us in the new year with the next episode of Yolk'd. And actually, let's go back to Paul and Kyle for some more stories.
And ask more questions.
Step aside, folks. There's a new invisibility cloak in town. Wait a tick. New, you ask? This is the first I've heard of such a thing. Well, in fact, there are already no less than 10 types of invisibility cloak technologies out there. I guess military research types just really like LARPing around as Harry Potter. This new active invisibility technology was developed by scientists at the University of Texas in Austin. Made of an ultra-thin layer of synthetic materials, the cloak scatters light to avoid detection in the microwave or radio frequency spectrums, which are both outside the visible light spectrum that human eyes can detect. So yes, it wouldn't make you technically invisible to the naked eye, but it has potential for use in militaristic scenarios by avoiding detection for machines that search for heat signatures, for instance. The fact that it's extremely thin and uses active power sources instead of passive ones are the key advances here. Still not impressed? Remember how quickly science has advanced in even just the last 10 years? If we could go back in time 100 years and tell people that we could control quadricopter drones with our cell phones, they would probably ask what a cell phone is. As the documentary film Thor so eloquently states, magic is just unexplained science. And with these kinds of scientific leaps happening every day, I guarantee you that it's only a matter of time before we get an actual invisibility cloak, finally sign leases on flying cars, and start doing our back-to-school shopping in Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley.
Are you someone who's just not satisfied with the level of control available to you? Are you concerned that security systems, baby cams, and ankle trackers are just not enough when it comes to your peace of mind? Well, good news! Thanks to the Ninja Sphere, a device funded by an Australian Kickstarter campaign, you can now track the location and movements of nearly everything in your house, from jewelry to roaming cats. The device uses built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in addition to trilateral signal algorithms to correctly identify the item and where it is in your house. Alerts can be set if the item moves, and if there are camera systems set up in your house, you can then take a snapshot of the location using the Ninja Sphere. I can only imagine how noisy this thing must get during an earthquake, but as more and more expensive gadgets enter our homes, the more people are going to want to have them monitored. But really, we all know what the Ninja Sphere will end up tracking in the long run. Oh, you spent all day cleaning up the house, did you? Well, according to your walking patterns that my Ninja Sphere has been tracking for the last month, you were sitting stationary by your computer for the last 4.5 hours. Run. Run away now.
How do you kill that which has no life? We all knew that South Park was being facetious in its now infamous and Emmy-winning World of Warcraft parody episode, but it looks like the NSA took it as a serious question to ponder. Yes, folks, we're still not done talking about the NSA, and even newer information revealed from Snowden's seemingly endless supply of dirty documents, it appears that the NSA assigned specific agents to infiltrate MMO gaming platforms, such as Xbox Live, World of Warcraft, and the free-to-play sexual deviant simulator Second Life. Ah, World of Warcraft, yes, the perfect cover for the would-be terrorist, at least according to the NSA. I don't think they really realize how long it takes to do over 150 dailies just to get the next tier of raiding gear, so that you can then repeatedly wipe in a raid that is taking over 2 hours because your raid leader's wife forgot to repair her armor and still has a fishing pole equipped. Defile is a massive boiling black puddle of goo on the ground, Wesselski. It's not that hard to move out of. Anyway, that hardly leaves time for planning large-scale terrorist attacks, but maybe we should have tried playing on a PvP server. As for Second Life, I mean, really? Are they serious? It might as well be called Half-Life, because no one's ever there unless they're trolling people trying to have virtual sex with badly animated avatars or role-playing as characters from DC's Lantern franchise. On second thought, Half-Life might be taken. Maybe they could call it Half-Life 3 or something. Anyway, the next time someone in your Raid Finder group asks if you want to meet behind some inn to go discuss plans, tell them to go to the Northshire Inn on the Moonguard server instead. If there's suspicious activity happening, it's bound to be there. The things I have seen there cannot be unseen.
All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Yolk'd, and I think that was a pretty solid episode, don't you, Paul?
Yes, I would have to agree, Kyle. And in fact, Christmas is just around the corner.
Yes, it is.
What's on your Christmas list this year?
You know what? For Christmas this year, all I want is peace on earth, cessation of violence, and really just for all the nations of the world to lay down their arms and rejoice in harmony.
That's a very, very heartfelt statement, Kyle, and I would have to agree with you. This is a time of the year, whether you celebrate Christmas or any of the other holidays in the holiday season, it's really about coming together, rejoicing in harmony, peace, and brotherly love.
And that way there's no one to resist my clone army when I take over the world. What do you want for Christmas, Paul?
A pony?
Ah. Well, that's going to do it for now, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of Yolk'd, and feel free to leave your comments in the section below letting us know what you want for Christmas this year.
Maybe Santa Paul will bring it to your stocking.
Ho, ho, ho. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, you've just been Yolk'd.